economic development in this region, and can those plans be accomplished without increasing the national debt?
Absolutely. I believe what we need to do, and we talked about this already a little bit, if you're going to stimulate the economy, you need to bring jobs back. If you're going to get jobs here, you need to be able to give the small business owner who produces 67% of those jobs the opportunity to employ people. You have to give them the opportunity to understand that it's okay to risk their capital to move forward. Today, we're not giving the small business owner that opportunity. 67% of the small business owners, we are not giving them that opportunity. And where are we falling short by not giving them that opportunity? Well, think about it. We've talked about some of these things already. Obamacare. If Obamacare is taking 28% to 69% of your dollars, are you really going to have the certainty and predictability to be able to hire more people? We talked about taxes. If you don't know what your taxes are next year, you're not going to hire anybody. We talked about cap and trade, which again, my opponent, Mr. Boccieri, supports. If you don't know what your utility costs are, how are you going to employ people? I can tell you this, that if we bring employment back and we get the revenue growing, we can have the dollars to bring down the deficit, but we have to do it by bringing the economy strong, making the economy stronger, bringing employment back, giving small business owners the opportunity with certainty and predictability that I know Mr. Boccieri keeps talking about. But we need to be able to bring that certainty and predictability back to the small business owner so they can move forward, carry on, and with that, increase the revenues and pay down.
Well, we stimulate our local economy by making strategic investments, much like what we've done here at ORADC with their plant and animal disease research. Much like what and let me just say, as long as I'm your congressman, I'm going to make sure, brick by brick, we rebuild the Ohio Agricultural Research and Development Center after it was demolished by this tornado. You have that commitment from me tonight. You know, I look out into this audience and I look at folks from all walks of life and all spectrums of life, and you know, we talk about how we get our national debt under control. We put Americans back to work, right? How can the federal government balance its budget and we have 15 million people who can't balance theirs? And when we make investments in our people, rebuilding our roads, our bridges, you know, rebuilding our schools, America is stronger. But I hear that we need to get government out of the way. We need to stop spending. Tell that to the mayor that's down the road here, who has a wastewater treatment facility that they've been waiting for 10 years. That's money we were able to bring back. Taxpayer dollars is an investment into our communities. I hear this talk of uncertainty about what our rates are going to be with our electricity rates. Well, what's not being said, and what's not being finished in terms of the sentence that's being said here tonight, is that this is a free market approach to our energy dilemma. In fact, we've seen a 10% reduction of energy rates by using the free market. Now, if they would rather put the EPA in charge of doing that with a one-size-fits-all, because that's what the Supreme Court has ordered, then, you know, by far, find us a better solution. But I'll say that if Ronald Reagan believed it was a good free market approach, and George H. Bush believed it was a free market approach that could curb our energy dilemma, then, you know, maybe we ought to get a good look at it. I don't care if it's a Republican or Democrat idea. It's a good idea for America that makes America stronger, moves away from our dependence on foreign oil, creates jobs that can't be outsourced. That's a good public policy that I want to embrace.